Hi, I'm Buzz Lagos, and this is the Weekly Buzz. Minnesota has had 2 games since our last edition of the Weekly Buzz. They played Indy at home and came away with a 1-0 victory. They went up to Edmonton this past Sunday and earned a point with a 1-1 tie. We're going to watch a goal scored by Justin Davis against Indy, a great opportunity for a goal through some excellent passing by Minnesota against Edmonton. And then we'll move on to see Minnesota's opponent this weekend, Carolina, score a wonderful goal against Atlanta. You know, when you're in a game where it's tight and you are the dominant team and you are creating lots of chances and you just can't seem to finish them, either because of, poor finishing or a hot goalkeeper, you've got to still keep that presence of pressuring the other team and playing well, moving that ball. Just keep trying to create chances. Don't let yourself get too frustrated. Make sure you do it as a team and not individually. There will be individual moments of flair, but they tend to come out of a team context of passing. And then some brilliant move occurs, and then the team finishes the goal.
Looks like United are about ready to use their final sub as well. Daniel Mendez about to come on for the Loons.
Venegas. Davis!
The goal that Minnesota gets here, they're really pressing. The fans wanted a goal, the team wanted a goal, the coach wanted a goal. Indy, of course, is coming off a 7-1 loss. They're packing in defense. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys all behind the ball, really causing Minnesota lots of trouble to try to get inside and behind them. So Ibsen tried to play a ball in, and it gets intercepted. Indy plays the ball out, tries to get a long penetrating pass. Thiago steps in and hits a wonderful first-time pass. The key pass is this one-touch pass by Calvano out of the fence to find Christian Ramirez. Well, notice when he gets the ball, he now has both either Greg Jordan or Andrei Gotsmanoff open to play the ball. Plays the ball back to Jordan. Jordan now look up the vision he has, the space he has. He decides to play the ball to his playmaker, Andrei Gotsmanoff. And we don't see Justin Davis at the time, but he's deciding, hey, we're developing a pretty good attack. I'm going to keep forward a bit. Andrei kind of takes the defender on, hits inside, then looks outside, and again trying to stretch the Indy defense out. As Iago pulls wide, Andrei plays the ball into space for Kevin Venegas to run onto. We're stretching the Indy's team out. Now, Venegas plays that early ball, Iago's feet, and Iago just turns. The defender lets him turn. You just look off the ball now. We see Ibsen starting to drift over to be supportive. Andrei pulls in behind to cover Venegas defensively in case there's a breakdown. And Venegas makes that strong run and just a nice little, little lift. Go back again. We talk about lifting that ball up over. See the defender try to reach the block, and he just can't get that leg high enough. If the ball's on the ground, he probably would have blocked that one. And with that lift, Iago's able to give a little bending spin to it. So the ball spins around behind the defender into the path of Venegas. And notice how it's almost like a perfect pass, which just gets so close to the end line. When I'm coaching little kids sometimes, we'll put a line, and the idea is to pass the ball and get it to stop on the line or stop close to the line, a little contest. Iago wins this contest right there on the line for Venegas to make that strong run. And those are runners in the box. Again, Ramirez drives that near post. And notice he draws Stoichkov with him. Stoichkov is just ball watching right now. He's kind of tracking Christian Ramirez, but he wants to pull back and let his fellow defender pick him up and see that Justin Davis is wide open. Now Pablo's going to curl a little bit back. I'd like a little stronger curling run back by the top by the penalty spot. The other thing that Indy is letting happen, who is their outside midfielder who should be getting back to cover Justin Davis? So you see just a wonderful ball played by Venegas. So Justin hit a couple of powerful shots earlier in the game that just overpowered the ball too much. Here he's just going for accuracy. Just look at the technique. He just uses the momentum of the ball to get power on it and just makes good firm contact. Legs up high, hits it in the middle, keeps it down low, right by the defender, and catch the keeper, rotating his right, and hit it just inside that far post into the back corner for the winning goal for Minnesota in this game. In Minnesota's game against Edmonton, they did go up a man in about the 25th minute or so. And the things they did are the normal things that teams tend to do when they go up a man. They play individually, They try to do it by themselves. They think they're up a player. They don't think they have to get back defensively all the time. So all these things start to break down, and the team at 10 starts to play quite well. And they suddenly are playing like 12 guys instead of 10 guys, and you're playing like 10 guys instead of 11 guys. I'm sure Coach Lagos wouldn't tell the guys, hey, let's settle down. I sometimes use the phrase, because I like the intensity to pick up, I want our 11 to play like we're down a man. Well, we're going to play with the energy and effort to go. And we're going to knock that ball around. We don't have to go to goal right away. We're going to make that team chase. We're going to knock that ball around, get possession, keep them running, break them down, and eventually we'll then start to go for the jugular.
We took a touch, but he took a little too long getting the ball in. Once he touches that ball, it's got to be whipped in quickly so Ramirez can get onto the end of that ball. Once he hit that extra touch, it allows the defense to get back and intercept it.
Al Hassan. Good diving save by Van Ogle.
So Minnesota's playing with an advantage, trying to wear Edmonton down with good possession, putting pressure on the players. Venegas battles. Edmonton player gets his head up, tries to play a ball wide, and misplays it, and Justin Davis picks it off. Look for the counter. It wasn't quite on again. Edmonton has a lot of players behind the ball right now. All 10 are back there. And now the sequence goes, the possession. Making Edmonton continue to chase, closing the ball down, playing defense all the time. Pulling it this wide, pulling them apart. And we see, again, the balance for the team is very, very good right now. You got both Venegas and Yago giving width on the right side, Justin Davis width on the left side. Good organization defensively in case things break down. Now we look up for the ball into Giuliano, lots of space, and now he decides, I'm going to give what we might call a killer pass. Not quite a killer pass, but a good penetrating pass. Now, this is one thing that happens with the defending team. You know, Edmonton's been watching the ball just not get knocked around so much. They just kind of leave Kaliv wide open in that middle space. They would nice if somebody had stepped in a little sooner. Maybe one of the central defenders just step up and just keep him from getting a little turn in that touch he gets. Now, Kaliv has a choice when the ball gets to him. Should he go back to Giuliano? Should he play it wide to Justin Davis? Should he use Greg Jordan in the middle? And now there's just a quick little sense by Christian Ramirez that Kaliv is going to play the ball to him. This is not so an obvious pass. That little good tough pass. This is a tough pass, not easy. Just a tad behind Christian Ramirez. He can't quite get it forward. It's ideal. He'd like to touch that ball forward and go to goal. But it gets caught under his legs, and he just uses his left leg to deftly play it back to Kaliv, who he realizes has a good chance to get a shot on goal. And notice that Kaliv kind of bends his run, comes around, bends the run a little bit to get an opportunity for a shot. It's laid back to him. Doesn't get the cleanest first touch, but he gets it from left foot to right foot and just uses the outside of the right foot to bend that ball. The outside of the right foot, he curls away from the keeper, makes it a little more challenging for Matt Van Ogle. That's a difficult save. If Kaliv could have gotten more power on it, maybe a little lift on it, could have been easy upper corner and could have been a goal. But the ball was tight to his feet, tough to get the strength and power behind that ball. But a good effort, a good chance out of a wonderful sequence of passing, control, getting them to chase, and then creating a good chance to score a goal. Teams tend to respond to defeats like that as pros would. They're going to be really tough defensively. They're going to all get behind the ball. They're going to not give the other team even a sniff at goal in general if they can. They're really going to pack it in a sense. And that's why you need to get an early goal to break that out. For Carolina, I think they just said, look, guys, we got to get our defense going. We got to be tougher. We got to do some training sessions where they focus on defending. They get their back four organized. They get the midfielders getting behind the ball. The forwards are shifting and moving well across by the midfield area. The team is now defending, so you really work on your team defense.
Exactly where the other one is. Here's Novo again. Al-Badawi gets around and takes a shot. Oh. And what a shot from Naz Al-Badawi!
There's a couple things that help make this work. The good pressure by Carolina, not letting Burgos turn, getting on his back, forcing a pass back. The forwards for Carolina are kind of marking up Lance's defenders. And Burgos tries to play it back to one of his central defenders, and he misplays it. And it's picked up by Al-Badawi. We see a strong run by Novo. Novo makes that strong diagonal run, and this keeps Hughes from stepping to Al-Badawi right away. Now, if Burgos had made a better angled run, getting back out in front of Al-Badawi, that would have really made things much easier for our two defenders back there, Hughes and Mensing. But Burgos kind of runs at the ball and not out in front of Al-Badawi. And now Mensing and Hughes are not sure what to do. Who's going to step to the ball? And now it's really, Mensing's got to get up there right away, but he's just a little slow. His body momentum's carrying him to his right. can't just change it quickly and get to the ball. He also kind of turns his back. I like defenders to step and block it with their nose, their face, their eyes, whatever can block it. But don't try to block with your butt. Face that ball and get strong on it and be brave on those shots overall. Even Duluth makes that run into that channel too, because that's a great option for, if you know, it's a great option for Abdawawi to just play it to Duluth too. But you're not going to take away this cracker shot. He wanted to finish with a flare, and he did. Just rifles one inside that far post, upper corner shot. No chance for the goalkeeper. Minnesota was disappointed with Edmonton's late goal that took away the 3 points. However, if they look at the big picture, 4 games, 3 on the road, 10 points. So you go back to that first game and before it say, hey, how many points can we earn out of these next 4 games? You earned 10, you'd be elated. And that's what happened. They earned 10 great points and are in a good position in the playoffs. They now take on Carolina. They have 6 of their 8 remaining games are at home. This is a great time to not only make a strong run for the playoffs, but perhaps capture that fall title and guarantee a home field advantage. Let's see what happens this weekend against Carolina at the National Sports Center.